Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kirill, your justice analyst, and I'm happy to continue today with the Eurovision 2025 entries. Let's talk today about one of the strongest out-of-finalist countries, and it's France. France has decided again to go for the internal selection because last time they organized the open one, it didn't bring so much success. And this year, France has decided to send one of their big stars again to us, so kind of following the trend which Slimane has started last year. And this year it's a beautiful Louane, who is 28 years old. Her real name is Anne Péchert. She comes from a northern department in France, and her first TV appearance was already back in 2008 when she was just 11 years old.
Ne me quitte pas, je t'inventerai des mots insensés que tu comprendras.
Definitely a breaking point for her career was her participation in The Voice of France in 2013. She was just 16 years old, and she has definitely conquered so many hearts by her version of the song Imagine. This performance Louane has dedicated to her father, who has unfortunately passed away 3 months before her appearance in The Voice, and in that show she was actually quite successful. She has managed to reach the semi-finals, but unfortunately in April 2014 Louane has also lost her mother, so she was not even 18 years old and already lost both of her parents due to illnesses. So yeah, really sad story for this girl, and in 2015 she has recorded the single Maman, which became very successful.
Je suis pas bien dans ma tête, maman. J'ai perdu le goût de la fête, maman.
But that period definitely became the pinnacle of career of Louane. She has released a couple of singles which were very successful all around Europe. For example, the song Jour has currently almost 100 million views on YouTube.
C'est le jour 1, celui qu'on retient, celui qui s'efface.
Or the song Avenir is so far the only #1 single which she had in France. It has also reached top 5 in Wallonia and also in Germany. And this song I actually still have in my playlist since 2015. But does it mean that Louane was forgotten after 2015? Well, definitely not. For example, in 2022 she has released also a very successful single called Secret, which also reached top 10 in French charts, and at this point of time has around 30 million views on YouTube. But what about her Eurovision entry? So it's titled Maman, so just like her song from 2015, so most probably it will be also dedicated to that hard time she had to go through, and I'm sure that Louane will dedicate the song and this performance to her mom. The song has been composed by Louane herself with the help of her producer, Tristan Salvati, who was actually also producing that old song Maman for Louane, but he's just generally helping her with most of her successful songs, especially lately. And interesting fact, France has won Junior Eurovision 2022 with the song Oh Maman performed by Alessandro, so who knows, maybe this kind of dedication of the song to the mother can bring the victory to France also in the adult Eurovision.
Oh maman, oh papa, si vous saviez ce qui se passe dans ma tête. Oh maman, oh papa.
But now, without further talking, let's take a look at the lyrics of her Eurovision entry, Maman. So as you can see on your screen, the song will be performed entirely in French, which is of course quite a normal trend for French songs in Eurovision. And I have to say the lyrics are very touching. In the end you see, I have built my life and the emptiness is big, the questions too. How are you? Do you see everything here? I've changed a lot, I've grown a lot, I've kept everything from you that makes me who I am. Louane is definitely telling to her mother that now she has a hand to hold. She sings, when he holds my hand, I'm not afraid of anything anymore, and it makes me feel like before when you held my hand. And there is this phrase which Louane is repeating 3 times. Now it's me, she calls mom. So especially if I'm looking at the original text in French, because the English translation is maybe a little bit confusing, she's definitely talking about a girl who's calling her mom now. So I think she's telling about her daughter. I'm not really sure about her personal situation, but I would assume she has a daughter, and now she's telling her mom that now I'm the one who's called mom. So it's yeah, it's really heartbreaking to see that her mom unfortunately couldn't witness the birth of her grandchild and, like, you know, follow the life of her daughter, but it's just such a beautiful message. And yeah, it's very touching. I think everyone can relate to it. I think there can't be anything more horrible than losing a parent, especially in such a young age. So my deepest condolences to Louane for this loss, and it's very brave of her that she can sing about it, that she thinks about her mom and dedicates this entry to her. So let's just go for the first listen, where I will take a look at the MP3 track, and then for my second listen I will take a look at that quite already famous performance from the huge stadium, where I have heard she's kind of flying in the air or something like that. So yeah, very curious. Let's go. Well, now it's my first time listening to Maman by Louane. I'm very excited. She's such a talented artist and it's such a beautiful message. I'm already, you know, totally hyped by the song just based on this kind of message she's bringing, that she has dedicated the song to her mom. I'm already very emotional even before going into this reaction. But now let's just listen.
Finalement, tu vois, j'ai construit ma vie.
I luckily can understand most of the parts. I'm learning French, I'm not so fluent in it, but at least I can follow the text. So emotional. If she could, like, sit at the piano perform. Oh, wow. It hits quite deep, I have to say, really beautiful. Oh, this sounds so emotional, like really like a cry from her soul. Its lyrics are so sad.
Quand toi tu me tenais la main.
Also, the agility of her voice is quite impressive, how she's doing these riffs, really nice. She's such a great successor to Sliman's entry, isn't she? Oof, it's so emotional. Oh god, I'm getting chills from this. Also, in the end, this child voice, maybe it's like kind of her daughter now singing to her maman. Oh, that's so touching. I don't know how her live performance from the stadium now will look like, but if in the end they really show her daughter now saying maman to her, I don't know if I will be able to hold tears. I think this is so emotional. It's so beautiful. So it's very, very beautiful entry for sure. If it's the winning entry for Eurovision Song Contest, I don't know. It will be definitely somewhere high up there. I'm definitely seeing this finishing in top 10. I also already saw that the bookmakers are ranking this quite high. So I think this is very much justified. It's just such a beautiful message, such beautifully performed song. So now I just can't wait to see the live performance. I can already see now that this stadium is huge, so what an epic way to present your Eurovision entry, just performing it in front of the whole stadium, so already building up the hype towards Eurovision. It's definitely not like the other countries who are doing it, who are having their internal selection, just releasing a music video, nothing more than that. But France is showing us the live performance, and even on such scale, I think it really shows that they take Eurovision very seriously, so they definitely deserve a good result again. I haven't seen this coming. Well, obviously on the Eurovision stage they can't do this because the number of people on stage cannot exceed 6, and here we have like 30 already, but well, maybe it's just for additional epicness in this huge stadium. You know what this reminds me of? There was this French entry, I think it was called N'oubliez pas, which also had this kind of military guys with the drums. It was also actually a dramatic ballad which had one of the last places in that contest, but I think Maman is definitely a different type of a song. Her voice is so beautiful already from the first seconds. I can say that this will be quite a beautiful performance.
Finalement, tu vois, j'ai construit ma vie.
My god, she's really so high. I hope, yeah, okay, there is something behind her. You see, like some kind of ropes or something. I would be terrified to death to perform while being on such a height, so I hope she's not really scared of heights. Well, you can already see that the French guys have some ideas with regards to the light, because in those key moments when the chorus was starting, there was this light blinking behind her, so it definitely gives me hope that her Eurovision performance will also have this beautiful focus lights. It always makes the whole performance looking so expensive. Yeah, this riff, how she was performing this was really, really good. Perfect skills. I can't say that she's the strongest vocalist of this whole competition, but it's definitely what the song needs. And it sounds just so personal, you know, it sounds so much like it's coming right from her soul and you really feel it. Oh my god, she's even higher than I actually thought. I'm not sure how much is it, but it looks like almost like 15 meters, 20 meters or something like this. Poof, it looks dangerous. I have to say, I think all this kind of visuals and this huge crowd and this fireworks, it feels kind of out of place with the song, because the song is so personal, so touching and so intimate. Like, I would really love to see her sitting at the piano, playing this melody, singing her soul out, having beautiful pictures of her with her mom from her childhood in the background, in the end maybe also with her daughter. So just making it, you know, very kind of dark, just black and white, all focus on her without any kind of disturbing noises, fireworks and so on. I'm sure they had to use it just to create a show, because obviously there is the 60,000-70,000 crowd which wants to be entertained. But for Eurovision performance, they really have to erase everything and start from scratch. Oh, this was now very beautiful. Yeah, she's doing this part really excellent. Yeah, the instrumental also with these violins sounds very beautiful, very touching. As I have said, just this whole visual is, I think, very much disturbing, distracting from this beautiful song. So I know that the French delegation wanted to help her, to give her a stage to win more audience, but I think it's a wrong stage for the song. Oof, yeah, it gives me chills. This ending is just so beautiful. And when she's singing it, you're really believing each and every word she says.
Maman. Merci beaucoup, thank you so much.
Yeah, such a beautiful song. And wow, France has did it again. So I think France has really learned that Eurovision audience appreciates their ballads the most, like Voilà or Mon Amour by Slimane, because they brought such good results to France in Eurovision. So you can actually see now on your screen what were the French Eurovision results in the finals of the last 5 and the last 15 years. So basically those two ballads were the only results when France landed in top 5. And so I think they decided, well, if we only can succeed with the ballads, then we will keep sending ballads till we win. And I think with Louane, they definitely have a very good shot to be in top 5 again. Unfortunately, it's hard to say now because we don't know how her live performance will look like. I'm pretty sure it will be something completely different. There is no need to make her flying over the stage in Basel, and it will be probably not allowed to fly as high as she was flying in this stadium. I think they should completely change the staging concept, but about this we will talk a bit later on. But let's take a look if Eurovision fans are believing that this might be a victory for France. I would say I wouldn't expect to see France too high because it's kind of a classical ballad. Also, France last year was not really in top 5 of the Eurovision fans. So as you can see now on your screen, France is ranked 9th, below Poland, Greece, Norway, Malta and Albania, but then above Netherlands, Germany, Czechia, Switzerland and the others. So in general, very good result for this type of a song, especially without seeing the proper stage visuals. So it means that it's not just any kind of ballad. So for Eurovision fans, it is quite a special ballad. And most probably it tells us that France will not finish lower than on place 9 in the actual Eurovision. And what about the betting odds? So as you can see on your screen, France is ranked 4th, so being just behind Israel, Austria and Sweden, and then above Netherlands, Finland, Estonia and everyone else. So I think this is a very high result, also probably based on how much hype was around the French entry. They were keeping their entry secret till the very last moment. They were the last country to present their Eurovision entry, so there was a lot of hype also from the betting agencies, because of course they already knew that the other countries are definitely not winning this year and France was keeping this huge secret. And you know, if the country says we will represent our song first time in front of 60,000-70,000 arena, then the bar of expectations is quite high. I think Louane has met them. It was, as I have said, a wrong stage for this, but in general the song is very strong and I'm sure that she will be in the top 10. So what about the stage? And already during my second listen I was telling you some of my ideas, but now let's summarize them. In general, I think it would be very beautiful if, especially in the beginning of the song, she would sit at the piano. It would be just black and white, and then in the background would appear the pictures of her with her mom from her childhood, you know, maybe in this kind of black and white style, even if most probably those pictures were already colored. It would just make it even more touching. Then obviously there should be development. She should not sit at the piano the whole song. Maybe after the first chorus she can stand up, go to the microphone stand, kind of in a similar way how she was standing there in the big stadium. But the background I think should still be very black, very dark, not really much going on, just maybe showing the pictures from time to time. And of course in the end, when her daughter, I would assume it's probably the voice of her daughter, is seeing Maman, they should definitely show this daughter on the screen behind, because this will be so touching to really connect the dots, to understand what the song is about, that it's not only telling about the loss of the mother for Louane, but it's also telling us about this importance of having mom. So that's what I have thought about the entry Maman by Louane for Eurovision 2025. I think it will touch everyone. It will not touch just the moms out there. I think for each and every of us, the story of being connected to your mom, to really being scared to lose her, and for those people who unfortunately lost their moms, this grief after losing a parent, it's definitely a very easily understandable topic, something what we can feel very easily, and I'm sure that she will conquer so many hearts who will watch Eurovision 2025. So please let me know down below in the comments how much did you like the French entry. Do you think she met the expectations, all the hype which was there before the entry was presented, or have you expected more from France? Do you think France can really finish in place 4? Do you see it finishing in top 10? I'm really curious to hear from you. Definitely like this video, subscribe to my channel if for some reason you still haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.